black holes, nor aliens, but things you have never even heard of. For example, super-dense magnetars, gravastars, ghosts, and mysterious voids. There are many things that have been orbiting us for thousands of years. In fact, scientists discovered them long ago and have even prepared many contingency measures for them, but the vast majority of people have never heard of them. So in this video, I won't do anything else but talk about the cosmic bodies that can truly threaten Earth, or even instantly destroy an entire star. Each one can overturn your basic understanding of the universe. Let's talk about the first one, magnetars. The name might not sound like much, but did you know the magnetic field strength of this thing can reach 1 quadrillion times that of Earth's magnetic field? What does that mean? If you are within 1,000 kilometers of it, its magnetic field will directly rip apart the atoms in your body, causing your molecular structure to completely collapse. Not torn apart, not scorched, but erased at the atomic level. What's even more outrageous is that latest observations in 2024 show that 32 of these monsters have been found in the Milky Way, and they are constantly releasing mysterious, fast radio bursts, FRBs. Some scientists even suspect that these signals might not be random energy releases, but some kind of cosmic broadcast we cannot yet understand. Imagine this: the core of a dead star only the size of a city, yet heavier than the sun, spinning frantically, rotating several times every second, while constantly sending messages into the universe that we can't comprehend. Isn't this more terrifying than a black hole? But magnetars aren't even the weirdest. The next thing I want to talk about is called dark comets. By the end of 2024, scientists announced that the number of known dark comets had doubled, reaching 14. These things look like ordinary asteroids. No tail, no coma, completely unlike a comet. But their flight trajectories clearly violate the law of universal gravitation. It's as if some invisible force is pushing them forward. Even scarier, scientists found these dark comets fall into 2 categories. One type is tens of meters in size, wandering near Earth's orbit. The other is hundreds or even thousands of meters wide, drifting outside Jupiter's orbit. And according to the latest calculations, there could be thousands of these things in the solar system that we just haven't found yet. Think about it. A huge swarm of objects that look like rocks but actually behave in bizarre ways, potentially orbiting right above our heads, ready to change orbit at any time. And we don't even know when they arrived, nor do we know what is hidden inside them. Some studies suggest that water and the origin of life on Earth might have been quietly delivered by these dark comets. They're like cosmic couriers, silently delivering packages to Earth for billions of years, but never leaving a name. Speaking of mystery, there is something even more outrageous called the Boötes Void. This is a massive sphere with a diameter of 330 million light-years, where there is almost nothing inside. You have to realise the Milky Way's diameter is only 100,000 light-years. This void could fit thousands of Milky Ways. Under normal circumstances, the distribution of matter in the universe should be like a spider web, with galaxies distributed along fibres and some small gaps in between. But the Boötes Void is dozens of times larger than a normal void, and its boundaries are unusually clean and neat, as if cut out by some force with a knife. Scientists have used all known physical models to deduce this, but cannot explain why it is so big, so empty, and so regular. Some have even proposed a bold hypothesis. Could this area originally have had matter, but it was cleared out by some super civilization? Of course, this is just speculation. But the problem is, we really cannot find any natural mechanism that could create such a large void. What's even weirder is, if you look at this area with an optical telescope, you will find the temperature here is lower than the surrounding universe, like a cold desert where the heat has been sucked away. This kind of structural disappearance is more disturbing than any visible monster. Let's talk about the most famous of the dark comets, Oumuamua. In 2017, this cigar-shaped interstellar visitor broke into the solar system, and before scientists could figure out what it was, it accelerated and flew away. Note, it accelerated. Normal comets outgas when they get close to the Sun, which explains acceleration phenomena. But Oumuamua showed no signs of outgassing. No tail, no coma, nothing at all. It just accelerated like that. And it had a completely wrong shape. A length-to-width ratio of 10:1, like a metal rod tumbling through space. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb wrote a book directly stating that Oumuamua might be an alien probe. Although most scientists disagree with this view, they admit that Oumuamua indeed does not fit our definition of any known celestial body. What makes it even more terrifying is that Oumuamua is gone. It is flying towards the depths of the Milky Way at over 90,000 kilometers per hour, never to return. It's like a stranger passing by your door, glancing at you through the window, and then leaving behind a trail of unexplained footprints. And in July 2025, scientists discovered a third interstellar visitor named Atlas, 3I/Atlas. This time, they are preparing to use Hubble, Webb, and all large telescopes for joint observation, trying to figure out the reason for these things. What exactly do these interstellar wanderers want? But when it comes to real threats, we have to look at asteroids. In December 2024, an asteroid named 2024 YR4 once reached level 3 on the Torino scale. What does this mean? This means it had a possibility of hitting Earth, and the destructive power was enough to destroy a region. Although scientists later confirmed it would pass safely, this event sounded an alarm for us. More famous is Apophis. This asteroid is 370 metres in diameter. On April 13, 2029, it will pass Earth at a distance of 32,000 kilometres, closer than our geostationary satellite orbit. Although the impact probability is currently 0, the problem lies in the fact that when it passes Earth, it will be pulled by Earth's gravity, and its orbit might change. And once the orbit changes, when it returns in 2036 or sometime after, it might actually hit Earth. The energy then would be equivalent to hundreds of nuclear bombs exploding simultaneously, instantly destroying a large city and triggering a global climate disaster. The good news is NASA has successfully tested the DART mission, using a spacecraft to crash into an asteroid to change its orbit. In 2022, the DART probe successfully impacted a small moonlet named Dimorphos, proving that this method is indeed effective. But the problem is, what if the incoming asteroid is 10 times larger than Apophis? What if it's not rock, but a metal core? What if, when we discover it, it is only half a year away from Earth? Scientists are studying more solutions. The first is the gravity tractor method. Let a heavy spacecraft slowly approach the asteroid using its own gravity to pull it slightly off course. The second is the laser ablation method. Use high-energy lasers to continuously irradiate one side of the asteroid, causing surface material to evaporate, producing weak thrust to slowly push it away. The third is more aggressive. Directly use nuclear bombs to blast it. But this method carries extremely high risk because if it doesn't shatter completely, it might turn one big threat into a swarm of small threats, making the consequences even worse. Currently, multiple countries around the world are conducting planetary defense drills. The European Space Agency's HERA mission, the US's Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, and the Biennial Planetary Defense Conference. Everyone is simulating various asteroid impact scenarios. But even with these preparations, we can still only monitor a portion of the threats. There are thousands of undiscovered near-Earth objects in space that could give us a surprise at any moment. The most ironic thing is, most people don't care about these true cosmic threats. Instead, a huge number of people believe in conspiracy theories like the Black Knight satellite or Tesla's alien signals. The Black Knight satellite, this legend has been circulating for decades, saying aliens put it in Earth's orbit to monitor us. That our ships have been orbiting Earth for 10,000 years. But in reality, it's just a piece of discarded satellite debris, thermal blanket. NASA confirmed it long ago. Its orbit, shape, and origin are all crystal clear. It is space junk left by humans themselves during the Cold War. And Tesla, the alien signals he claimed to receive in 1899. Looking at it now, it was likely just natural radio emissions from Jupiter. But why are so many people willing to believe signals and believe in conspiracy theories? Because compared to real cosmic threats, conspiracy theories give people a false sense of control. You can choose to believe or not believe. You can discuss it online, argue about it, and feel like you know some secret. But magnetars, dark comets, asteroids, these real threats, you can't choose not to believe in them, and you can't pretend they don't exist. This sense of powerlessness is what is most terrifying. And what's even more terrifying is we are constantly discovering new types of threats. In 2025, astronomers using the Vera C. Rubin Observatory will begin a full sky survey. It is expected to discover hundreds or thousands of new dark comets. These things might have been there all along, it's just our previous equipment wasn't good enough to see them. It's like thinking you live in a safe neighbourhood until one day you turn on a UV light and find the walls, the floor, the ceiling are covered in things you never noticed. The universe is like that. The more we see, the more dangers we discover. And the scariest part is, these dangers won't actively tell you of their existence. You must actively search for them, monitor them, calculate them. A moment of negligence and the next dinosaur extinction event could be on its way. So in the end, what truly threatens Earth has never been the alien fleets in sci-fi movies, nor some supermassive black hole suddenly barging into the solar system. The real threats are those things that look inconspicuous, even somewhat boring. An asteroid a few hundred meters wide, a cluster of invisible dark comets, an unusually empty cosmic void, a dead yet frantically spinning magnetar. They won't send you a warning, they won't cast a giant shadow across the sky. They won't create special effects like a sci-fi blockbuster. They just silently exist, silently move, and then, in some unheralded instant, change everything. And what we can do is keep our eyes open, raise our telescopes, and try our best to search, to monitor, to calculate, to defend. Because in this universe, ignorance is the greatest danger, and knowledge is the only weapon. This is why, when scientists discover a new magnetar, or a new dark comet, or a new mysterious void, they don't celebrate. Instead, they become more vigilant. Because every new discovery means our ignorance of the universe has decreased a little bit, and our awareness of danger has increased a little bit. This game began from the first day humans looked up at the stars, and it will never end.